Hello and welcome to my Yu-Gi-Oh channel. Please make sure to subscribe for more daily Yu-Gi-Oh content. So today we're looking at some new cards which are coming out of Yu-Gi-Oh Rush Duels and the Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's anime. These are coming out of another one of the antagonists. This is Galient. He's the guy with the beard and he works alongside Asana. The first is Shield Boring Kong. It's a level 8 Earth Attribute Machine type effect monster with 2,300 attack and 1,700 defense. The requirement is you can activate it during the main phase. This card is normal or special summoned. And the effect, destroy one face down defense position monster your opponent controls. If a monster is destroyed by this effect, this card gains 1,000 attack until the end of this turn. Right, so this is a smaller version of boss monster that he's trying to go with. His whole deck works around the idea of defense position monsters are weak, they're cowardly, and they must be cleared out of the way. And he works on very much, if you looked at Yu-Gi-Oh! Zeal as a series, there was a character that used Dvorak. The whole point of it was to have very beefy earth machine type monsters. Or even if you were to look at Antagonist, who was another one of these characters who had a very powerful attribute machine type monsters. Those are the style that this character is trying to pair with. This being able to get rid of one of your opponent's defense position monsters means that firstly you're clearing their board a lot easier. This could potentially attack directly during the turn, and also it becomes a 3,300 attack monster. Outside of the maximum monsters, it's one of the higher attacking monsters if you include its effect. The downside is it only works for the turn and it only works on the turn that it's summoned. So if you draw into this and your opponent doesn't have anything in defense mode, its effect won't be triggered, and essentially it just becomes a vanilla beat stick level 8 monster. And the other card that's been introduced is Heavy Equestrian Starter. It's a normal trap card. The requirement is if you can activate if your opponent normal summons a monster, it must be level 5 or higher. And the effect is to choose one face-up monster, it must be a machine type you control, and change its battle position from attack position to face-up defense position, or defense position to face-up attack position. The monster whose battle position changed gains 1,500 attack until the end of the turn. This is actually quite ironic because what you want to do is change one of your defense monsters to attack to give it that 1,500 attack boost. The downside of this card is it does have to activate in response to your opponent. So the thing is, they're not going to attack into a monster that's gained this level unless they can destroy it by a spell or trap effect. The other thing is, because it's not a battle-centric effect, it happens during their main phase. Your opponent is going to be surprised by this effect. Yes, it lets you stall out for a turn, but no, your opponent could easily counteract this card. Had this just been something like Rising Energy, where, you know, discarded a card and then your monster just gained 1,500 attack, I would say that it's actually quite useful. But for what this does, your opponent isn't really stupid enough to attack directly into this, you know, when you've activated this card.